Hey everyone, Dame Chair from the StarCraft 2 Guidance site, bringing you a quick tactics video on the missile turret for the Terrans in StarCraft 2. So it's their basic anti-air structure, and yes, it's pretty good at what it does. It can't attack ground units at all, but it does detect cloaked units, and yeah, it's very effective against air units, more so for its cost, should I say, compared to the photon cannon of the Protoss or the spore crawler of the Zerg. Of course, they can be built anywhere by the SCV, but they cannot be moved once they're built, and yeah, they can't target ground units as well like the photon cannons. That's something to keep in mind. So the missile turret requires the engineering bay to be constructed beforehand, and yes, there's also two upgrades available for the missile turret from the engineering base. The first one is high-sec auto tracking, so it adds one range to missile turrets among other structures, and yeah, pretty effective upgrade for them indeed. And the second upgrade is of course structure armor, which upgrades their armor by 2, which is pretty effective, especially against these Zerg Mutalisks that have that little glaive worm attack that bounces from one building or one unit to another. So pretty effective indeed. Also, they can be repaired by SCVs, although keep in mind if you're fighting against the Zerg, the glaive worms could bounce from the missile turrets to the SCVs themselves, which is a bit of a pain to say the least. Missile turrets also act pretty well as just general sentries. If you place them, say, near the entrance to your base, for example, you can detect any ground units, for example, trying to any cloaked ground units trying to infiltrate your base. Pretty effective against burrowed roaches, Dark Templar, that sort of stuff. You just need some actual anti-ground units or anti-ground buildings like planetary fortresses or whatever of your own to dispatch them, so keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that the missile turret actually has a longer detection radius than its weapons radius as well, so even if you build just a couple around the mineral lines, they can still be pretty effective if playing against the Terrans, for example. If they send in a cloaked Banshee, they can still detect the cloaked Banshee, then you can just rush up, say for example, some Stims Marines to take out the Banshee, even the missile turrets can't target it themselves because it might be out of range. Missile turrets, since they can be constructed anywhere, they can be built on the front lines, and yeah, quite a bit of the time you'll see missile turrets being built near your siege lines, for example, against enemy air units. Pretty effective in pretty much all matchups, really. Seeing that, yeah, just about all races have got various effective air units that yeah, they'll otherwise use to ravage your mineral lines and all that. So to different extents, of course. So there you have it. Check out the StarCraft 2 Guidance site for more information about the Terrans, and until next time, this has been Dame signing off.